Welcome to part 3 of our Excel basics. In part 2, we looked at about insert and home tab. So today we will be looking at page layout, formulas, and we can also check on data if time allows us. So let's start with page layout. In this file, we have an A4 size page with some data. So we will be manipulating this data and explaining what is all about in page layout. So let's start by whatever is on this left side. So what are themes? How can I use themes for my page? So if I want to use themes, I can provided the cursor is in any cell, I can click themes here, then I can choose office themes. So if you are not new to PowerPoint, you can see that these themes are the same as the ones in PowerPoint. So I can choose any theme and my data will take those formats, the color, the text format, the font, and the size also. And also in the theme, I can edit. So let's take this one and see how it will look like. So it was able to change maybe the font. So to know if it changed something, let's say undo. Yes, it did. You can see that our font here, if we check, it's Caribly right. Let's say redo, and you can see that our font changed to this one called Trebachet MS. So the theme changes. You can choose the theme as per what you want. So back in page layout, it's the one we are looking at. So we can change from here what kind of data we want. So let me just say undo. So this was our original data. So here in themes, you can choose any kind of theme that you want. You can also browse here for more themes. If you are connected to the internet, it will be browsing, or it will browse in your computer and you can choose from there. So also we can choose our own color from here. It's a mixture of different colors, not one color. So you can choose from this category. Still in the themes, you can change the font also. You can remember you can change font also at home tab through here. Now we are at page layout and we can change font from this area. So you can just scroll down using your mouse and choose your font for your theme. You can put effect. These are like you want your formats to have a glow color. So you can choose from, reflection, glossy, glowing color. You can choose reflection looking at right, left, in whichever way that you choose, like you choose to. So the second section in page layout is the margins. So how do we size our data? As you can see, my data right now, it has custom margins, let me say so, but I can choose margins from here. I can say normal, I can say last custom margins. You can see it wants to change the margins for me, and if you look closely you can see that it has cut my margins from here to here. So if I say I want to print, I will have two pages. I will have, this is first page up to this line where H ends, column H, and column I starts as second page. So because we choose last custom margins, I can make them narrow also, meaning I want all my data to fit in one page, but as of now it's impossible because you can see first page ends at column I, second one at J. So what can I do to to print all this data. I want my data to fill in one page, or in one A4 horizontally. Doesn't matter if first page ends here. As you can see, it ends at row 45 and the other page starts at row 46. So if I printed this data, I will have 4 pages, but I don't want that. So what can I do to make it one page? First, I can undo to put it how it was before. It is when I undo, it's undoing the data, not the margin. So what can I do to change the margins? Easiest way is to say view and then say page break preview, then resize your data. So I will bring this blue line to the end, and here down I can do so. I can choose to omit this data here on page 2 and only put this last line here, so I will have only one page. So as you can see, I have it. Then I can say save, and then still in view I can say normal, and now there are no margins. And if I wanted to print, I click Ctrl P. And you can see that in control preview, in print preview, sorry, I only have one page. Even here you can see it's one page, so all my data is in one page. So I have managed to control the margins. Still in print preview, let's click again, print preview, Control P. Still while here, I can also play with the margins in different ways. So I have zoomed the data. If you check here on the bottom right side, we have this icon. If you click it, it will show you where the margins are and how the column are sized. So I can move this line this way, meaning I'm increasing margin, and I can move it like I'm moving out of the page right side, and I will be reducing the margin size. Still, this one up here, I can move it up. Let's try. Or I can move the second one, it's the easiest one, and my data will move up to, yeah, it's now occupying that space. So same thing we did on top of the page, we can do it here below the page. So I can resize these margins the way I want. And as you can see here in print preview, you can also choose orientation. Now that my page is printing horizontally, the data is looking horizontally, the page is standing horizontally, I can choose it to be landscape from here. I can choose the size of my page from here. Now currently my page size is letter 8.5 times 11, 8.5 by 11. I can choose A4. A4 is almost same as a letter size, and it won't affect my data. So I can choose any page. If I have more than one page, I can choose how they should follow each other. So here I can also choose here, this one says print one-sided. If I have more than one page, I can choose to use both sides of the page, or I can choose to print each data on a separate page, individual pages. So here you can manipulate data even in the print preview. That's why it's so important. So here also you can see we can also change the margins from here. While in print preview, you can make them narrow, you can make them wide, you can say normal, or you can use last custom setting. Here Custom scaling is you can choose custom scaling of your own way from here, print preview. Then also we have the page setup. Let's click and see what's here. So here in page setup, you can adjust, you can increase or decrease the size of your page or the data, how it should appear. You can make you can choose if you want, if your data is more than one page. Still in here page setup, you can choose that all this data should fit in one page. You can also choose the page size. So this is basically this is just almost same as what is here in settings. So the page, if you click the page setup, it's almost same as whatever is here in print preview settings. So we can see there is a margin section here. Instead of doing manually is moving these lines left, right, increasing the size of the column, yeah, decreasing or increasing the size of the column. Or we can come here and instead of manually doing it, we can write the size of the margin we want. So we will say 0 point something, left side, right side, top, bottom margins, same way. If we have header, footer, we can choose from here. So we have header, footer here, and you can also choose or input header and footer from here. You can put header or footer of any choice. There are inbuilt footers and headers, and we have custom. Custom is the one you make yourself. Maybe you want your name to appear on the page bottom or top, or you want the page to have page number. So page number is an inbuilt system. So let's say we want to input header. So we will click here and choose. So I will say I want to put this one page 1. You can see the header, let's remove. Let's say the header has none, and the footer we will put here page 1, like that. So if we have 2 pages, the second page will have page 2, because this is an inbuilt system. It will come automatically. Also, we can choose from here that I want my pages to have, I want to have my data should be in different first page. So maybe I want page 1 and page 10 to have both same page number. So page number 1 will start from the top one up to page 10. So page 11 will have again page 1. I can choose that one from here. You can see where my mouse is playing. I can choose from that area. Then there is the last one, the sheet here. If you want to print your data in black and white, colored, you can choose from here also. So because we want none of that, we can say okay. So we will have the page number inserted. Also here in the print preview, you can check much about the printer properties. So you can see that my data has colors, and if I want to simply print it black and white, I will click here, printer properties. Then in the printer properties, once it appears, I will choose I want black and white or grayscale. So you can see from here, I can choose from here. There are a lot to check here as printer settings. So basically, if you know much about the printers, or you want to manipulate your page before you print it, you should come here. So a lot is here about page setup. You can also change the page size from here, paper quality, effects. You can also change from here. You can do a lot through the page setup. So let's remove it and go back to our page. So we were in page layout. We have checked a lot about the margins and about the printing and print preview. So what's orientation? Our data is in portrait, meaning our A4 page is standing straight. If I wanted to stand vertically, I will choose landscape. Let's not click landscape for now because it will play much with our data. So what's the size here? The other one is the size. Same thing like we saw in the print preview. You can choose your page size from here. So basically, much of what is here in page setup, you can find it when you click print preview. You can click print preview from here, file, then you say print. The first thing, it will take you to print preview. Or we go back, you can click from your keyboard, Control P, Control plus P. Then you will go to print preview and you will find all this. Our data is just one page, but if we had more pages, we could have checked on what to do with page break. So if I want to insert page break means I want my data to print up to this level. Then after this row 22, I want to break to the next page. So this is what we call page break. So you can say insert page break, or you can remove and you can reset all page breaks if you had put before. Where here on the background, I can choose to check, but we can see that the background here requires us to have internet connected, but because we ain't connected, so we won't be doing much with it. So print tiles are I want to have a format set, or a setting that whenever I click print, my data, the print will come from a certain area of the page. So let me say I want to click to print here. So I will say, let me take my cell here, mouse to that cell, then say print tiles. Then you can see that in print tiles, same thing, whatever was in print preview, you will find everything here. But print tiles has a lot, because you can see it's not taking us direct to print preview. We have a lot of options. We have the page, we have the margins, we have the header, and we have the sheet. So much of whatever is in page setup, you can find it in print preview. Also, we have this other section here, scale to fit. Whenever I have data of many pages, I can choose how I want my data printed. I can choose that this area will be the last row for my page. So if all my pages are the same, or I have more than one page, all of them continuing after each other, or connected, or there is no row to separate, I can separate from here. We have the width. I can choose how many per width, how many pages I want. We have the height, how many pages I want per one height. So I can also have data that is maybe same like this one, 5 pages, but I want it to be printed in one page. I can come here and choose one page. So all my data will be printed in one page. So this also here in scale, our page now is at the scale of 88%. So if I had more than one page, I would set 88% per one page, and all my data will be of the same size. So the next section, we have the sheet options. So here currently we can see the grid lines. This is easy. I can say I don't want to view grid lines, and our page becomes white. At the back of the cells here, you can see there are no grid lines. Let's put grid lines, save view, click, and the green lines will reappear. I can also hide the headings here. I can click here, view headings. I don't want to view because it's checked. I can uncheck, so the headings will disappear. So let's say again, I can choose not to see the print, or I can check or uncheck. So sheet options, you can view when you check, and you can unview when you uncheck. So the other one is for bring forward, send backward. This is about arranging. So if I had a picture, I would arrange it, bring it forward, I can choose from here. Send backward, I can choose from here. Align, I can also choose from here. So match, about page layout, contains about advanced printing, advanced data. That's when you will be touching all of the sections. But for basic data or basic pages, you don't need to touch everything. You will not be using all of it. So that's how the page layout works. So let's move on to the formulas tab. This is the most, or I can say the most advanced section in Excel. We have another one advanced, and the VBA, but also the formulas are a bit advanced, and they are the most used. It's the most used tab by Excel users who are above basics but not advanced into VBA. And another thing, you can learn formulas easily. You can teach yourself how to use formulas or how to create formulas. Possible by yourself, not like the way you would need someone to train you how to use macros and VBA in developer tab here. So the formulas are easy to learn, easy to understand. So what we have here is sum. Let's say that we want this cell here to have the total, so we will say sum, and it will sum up range. So we can say we want range from here. We want the total of what's in here. So I want to sum up this range. Then I click enter. So you can see the result is 156. So it sums up, or it adds up the range of cells that you put. So for the formulas, I have a video. I have more than one video in my channel which touches more about formula. So I would suggest that you hurry up, click that video, watch more about formulas. I have summarized and I have explained from basic about the formula. So for here, we won't be doing any formula for today, but there are more than one video I teach about formulas in my channel. Remember to check to learn how to use the formulas. So we will check the other sections here. So what is name manager? Let's click name manager. We can see we have some name managers here. So let's try to define our own. I will take these cells, then I will click here and say I want this cell to be named broad, and click enter. So then I go to the name manager and I find the name broad, the one we created. So this defines a range of cells that I will be using to make formulas. That's why the name manager is in the tab formulas. So we will touch that in a deeper section. We'll touch it in a deeper section. So let's click what's here. Let's say cancel. Let's what define names. The names I have, I can define them from there using formulas. So same, you can see that the name we just made now, broad, it's appearing here. I can use these in formulas, just like I said. Maybe I want to use the cells here for formula, so this one should we will touch in a deeper video about them all. So we are just touching about the basics. So we go to the other section, formula auditing. This one is a bit easier, I can say. Now we have one formula here. Let's click on that cell. It's cell B39, as you can see here. I want to show the formula that's here, or to print the page showing the formula, not the data, not the value or the result. So I will click those cells, or anywhere I can say show formulas, and the whole page will show the formulas. You can see now all these cells had formulas, but we could not see the formulas. We were only seeing information and the values, but now it's showing the formulas. So I can print this one. Let's say Ctrl plus P. We go to print preview, and as you can see, it appears with formulas. So what we have here is the formula. So let's go to the next page. This is page 1. We go to page 2. You can see it's showing the formulas here. These are the formulas now, but we couldn't see the formulas before. So we move back to our file, and now we uncheck show formulas, or we click show formulas again to put our data the way it was. Again, if I want to, there are formulas here, but I don't know where they are referring to. If, like here, you can see their formula. So I can say trace president. So the arrow tells me that this cell depends on whatever is in this cell, and I can print it with arrows. Let's click again, remove the arrows. So when you put arrows, trace dependence, no dependence found. So when you click trace precedence or dependence, the arrows will show. To remove the arrows, you just click remove arrows. If they are error, you can see in these cells, error checking, trace empty cells. If you click there, it shows the arrows here, you can see. So this means that there is a formula relating to this cell, but this cell is empty. So again, remove arrows, and we move back. What window is also for advanced data. We have calculation options. We can choose automatic or manual also. So that's all about formulas, but there is more to do with formulas here, and let me give you a simple technique about formulas. We go to home. If I want to put a formula here, I want to sum up whatever is here, then I can click FX, or at the home tab you can see auto sum is direct here, or I can click FX. Then here I will write the name of the formula I want to use. I want to use sum. We write sum, then click go, or you can use your keyboard to click enter. Then it will appear. I can click OK, or I can double click it. Then it's telling me I need the sum. I what numbers I need sum of. I need the range of this, and then I can say OK, and you can see we have the total of whatever we summed up. So that's another technique of putting formulas. You don't need to go to the formula tab. You just need to click the formula bar, then you click FX, this icon, and the formula dialog will appear. Then you can choose your formula from there. So we have covered two tabs, page layout and formulas. Keep tuned and remember to check in For the next part, we will be covering data, review, and view. So remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more videos. For more video formulas, check in my channel. You will find a lot. Thank you.